Earlier this week, I compared the brand new Ray 3 against Kling 2.5 Fast, and you know what? It just didn't stand up. So I said, you know what? I want to do what I think is the ultimate kind of comparison of these faster, low credit outputs of video that have prompt to video with sound. So we are doing Google Veo 3 Fast versus the new Kling 2.5 Turbo. Head-to-head checkout today to see which one's better. Guys, I'm Brian, half of the Creative AI Show, where we're two creative guys talking AI, putting videos up on YouTube every single day, comparing the latest features, newest updates, things like this. So let's get on into it and see how we did. Now, honestly, when I compared Kling, say, against Ray 3 by Luma Labs, I kind of went into it knowing that Kling was probably going to win. Now, today, Veo 3 Fast versus Kling 2.5 Turbo, I have no idea. Now, here's some things. These are both kind of been back and forth, the king of prompt to video for me for some time. And these both have much better audio included as well, which puts them a step above most all of the other competitors. So I want to look today to see if the new Kling 2.5 audio is better. At 2.1, it was okay. Veo 3 was definitely better. I also just want to see prompt adherence and see how these engines are doing. And also just keep in mind, these are low credit, faster output versions. So this is the first time we've got Kling 2.5 and it's in the turbo mode. And then Veo 3, there is a full quality. We are comparing it to fast today. So I wanted to do 3 realistic scenes. So none of that fantasy stuff. I want 3 scenes that would pass to be in a commercial or higher quality production thing. So first scene here I wanted to do is a person wearing a dark hoodie slowly walking through a dimly lit underground parking garage during heavy rain, water dripping steadily from the concrete ceiling as parked cars on the floor. The footsteps splash and puddles move between the pillars, flickering fluorescent lights, and the sounds of echoing footsteps, water dripping, distant rain, electrical humming, and ambient garage reverb. So let's see how they did. So we're going to start with Veo 3 Fast, kind of the standard here. The only advantage that I really see is that I get an 8-second output versus a 5-second, but let's take a peek here and see how we did. Good, I like the sound. I think that's too much rain for a concrete ceiling. I'd like to see it just dripping, not looking like full out rain, but that's, a little bit of a detail. I'm seeing the rain come from the sky, but I'm not seeing it represented 100% on the puddles below. The cars look really good. Now, there's no SUVs, notice, they're just cars. They all have license plates on the front, and even some of the license plate looks a little longer on this one, like it's a European license plate. The sound's really good. Matches his stepping. You can hear the rain. You can hear the reverb. Altogether, outside of this excess rain coming from the concrete, I'm almost ready to give this scene near perfect. The hoodie looks good. The person walking through, the splashes look good. The sound of the splashes are good. I could use maybe a little bit of the fluorescent kind of pulsing, like in the prompt. But, we're splitting hairs here. I'd still probably give this one a 95%. Really good. All right, so same exact prompt, Kling 2.5. Let's see how it handled it. So, all right, so they got the character walking directly towards the screen, even more hooded up with a full-on mask here. So it looks like maybe they're about to rob or something. The rain, it looks like it's dripping. It doesn't look like it's coming in a full-on rain. But if you look at the puddles underneath, this looks like full-blown rain. So it's having a little bit of trouble deciphering the atmosphere that it's in and how it reacts to where, rain coming from the sky looks like this. Rain dripping from the ceiling is more centralized and, should be a puddle that's a little more located. All right, we have a mixture of SUVs and cars. The lighting of, like say the light versus the windshield over here is fantastic. So really, really good looking. It's just got to get the rain right a little bit. I like that the hoodie's wet a little bit, so nothing too crazy on that. All in all, still pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to hear your comments there as to who won. I want to actually give Kling a little bit of the lead on this one. I think it just visually, the cars and the reflections and the rain all looks a little bit better. But they're both like an A quality output here. So very, very good. I'm going to say that we are tied so far. All right, so now we wanted to do a laundromat scene. So interior of a nearly empty 24-hour laundromat at night, harsh fluorescent lighting, one person in casual clothes folding these clothes on a central table. So now when they're actually doing a task like folding clothes, a lot of these AIs are starting to struggle with that. And I saw the same thing here. So like watch his hands where he's moving already folded clothes to another already folded pile or moving folded into a basket of non-folded things. So there's a little bit of continuity issues there where the clothes kind of, they don't look quite right. and they kind of blend and morph into each other. Everything else about the scene is good. The dryer's moving in the background, the actual laundromat, the reflections all look good. The character even looks pretty good there in his casual clothes. His hands definitely get a little bit of blur, so we've got some issues there with the actual object. But all in all, the sound of the scene is good. I'm going to give this one like a B+. I think those clothes were a little too obvious in the middle here that they didn't do too good. So we have an opportunity here for Kling to take the lead. Let's see how it does. So, all right, first of all, I see some big issues here. I like how the camera's zooming in on the person. They kind of omitted the person's face, which that's okay. Folding these clothes looks a little bit funny, but hey, I guess everybody folds things a little bit differently. It looks a little better than Veo 3's for the clothing, but where you're losing me here is I've never seen a laundromat where like there's sinks in front of each of these machines. And like, look, they've got like a half a door opening back here, so that's not natural. We got steam coming in. So the actual person in the foreground is doing really, really good. But the steam and the machines in the background are just a big, big fail. I mean, like, look at this little half door that pops open here at the end. Like, that's really, really weird. So while Kling had a chance to take the lead there, I'm going to give this one to Veo 3. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments here. And let's check out one last scene. I wanted to do like a food truck kind of deal happening here. Let's start with Veo 3. And so they're making like taco foods in like a food truck, confined kind of kitchen space. Let's see how this one did. So good sound. So he's scooping at something. The pan's there. And then all of a sudden, ooh, a pan just shows up here. All right, I'm not a big fan of that. So like this chicken or whatever that is right on the grill. And then all of a sudden, boom, it shows up in a pan. So we got a big hallucination there. The flames are fine. This pan coming over and going into the flames and things kind of, sparking up. That looks fine. You got your veggies getting chopped back here. Those look pretty good. His hands in the motion of the knife all looks good there. And then we've got some oil bubbling down below here, so that looks okay. All in all, not too bad here. But so let's see. Kling's got an opportunity to take a lead. Again, we're kind of in tied up until this point. Nothing's been perfect yet. All right, so the chicken law looks good there. All right, cutting veggies. We got the bubbling oil that we asked for. Now we touched raw chicken, and then we went right over to veggies with the same thing we touched the raw chicken with. And also, if you look at these veggies, something just like shows up from the tip of it on each one that goes down. So that's a little bit not too continuous, but better. This seems a little more believable outside of the obvious health code violation, but this feels like a little more of like a B-roll inside of a kitchen kind of scene, and I like how the camera pans back and forth. So I'm ready to give Kling the lead here, guys. I actually think Kling outperformed Veo 3 today. So this is Kling 2.5 Turbo up against Veo 3 Fast. So both of these are faster output, lower credit usage, prompt to video, and they're the latest that we've got right now, and I'm ready to put the crown back on Kling. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. Check out the Creative AI Show where Rosh and I talk every Monday for about 20-30 minutes about latest tools like this and how we're using them to help out our clients. And we're two creative guys talking AI.